Upwitty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Oshi no Go chapter 57. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking, feel free to hit up my Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So last chapter, we started the Tokyo Blade stage adaptation, and we got into the first battle, which was Sakuya versus Melt. And I'm really excited to see how this is going to go out, because you see Melt like really worked his ass off by, the blood that was on the handle of, the sword that he used. But will it be enough? And the timing of this is very interesting as well, because we got more info on the Cowboy Bebop live action, interpretation. And something that I, as well as a lot of people, have noticed with it, especially with the, they did the opening, or an adaptation of the opening, was that it was very stiff, it was very cheap, it was very lifeless, at least in my opinion. I think a lot of people saw that as well. And it'll be very interesting if it has that cheap shell of an imitation kind of thing on Melt's part. Sakuya, I don't think it will, because he's definitely the best in the business. But Melt, we're going to get into his backstory, so it might be able to answer some questions on why he is the way he is. Let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And ooh, we got a beautiful, beautiful color page, of course. I love this dress. It looks so beautiful. The color, of course, the pink is beautiful with the red. Dude, I love that shade of red. Oh my God, when I get my hair dyed, I want it that shade of red. I want to get it that shade of red. I do. Maybe even that length. The bangs, no, the bangs ain't happening. But that length, like that bob length, yes, I want my hair that length. With layers. But them bangs ain't happening. But God damn it, I love that color. Oh my God, I love that shade of red. I'm getting that shade of red. If I have to pay more to lighten my hair up to get that shade of red, I'm doing it. I want that shade of red bad, and that length, just not the bangs. Anyway, sorry, I had to be a girl about it, because God damn it, I need to get my hair done so bad. It's been like has it been 2 years now since I got my hair done? No, it's been a year since I got my hair done. Yeah, it's been a year since I got my hair done. So yeah, I need it bad, but God damn it, I want that red. Anyway, let's go. Let's get to this chapter. What are the circumstances behind the foolishly hardworking Melt entering show business? Ooh, when I entered middle school, I was quickly taken advantage of by a third-year upperclassman. Oh, he was molested. Oh. You could see it. You can see it. That he... Look at the color palette too. Look at the look in his eyes. Because something that has been a problem with Melt is that he is like, and yes, we have a yin yang motif in regards to this, to an extent, with Sakuya, is that Sakuya is full of life and vigor, and he brings that to his characters, whereas Melt is very empty. And you can understand why. I mean, look at that. Look at his eyes. Oh my God. Oh, poor Melt. I feel for you, dude. That's when I knew I was popular, and chapter 57 is titled Sheer Incompetence. People drifted towards me, even with no effort on my part. If I liked a girl, they'd come ask me out. Dude, it's really interesting how Aqua and Melt are very similar in a way. They are. They're similar, but they're different. They have their own traumatic experiences. They do. But they're different types of traumatic experiences. But they also don't have to do that much. they don't have to put that much effort into things. Whether it's, well, they're both ladies, man. Yeah, they're both ladies mans, yes. But acting, though, it comes naturally to Aqua, where with Melt it doesn't. People drifted towards me even with no effort on my part. If I liked a girl, they'd come ask me out. I made people laugh when I made fun of those who looked funny. I thought I was hot shit for being a bully. Well, I understand why he's bullying. Because he wants to make himself feel better. Because he obviously feels like he feels hollow from having his innocence taken away. I know a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome. He got to fuck someone that was older than him." But nah, not in this case. Even without putting much thought in the things I do, everything was still smooth sailing for me. Sonic Stage, wow, they're big, aren't they? Are you really becoming an entertainer, Melt? He'll surely do well as one. Don't you think he could even end up dating Shiranui Frill? Look at that look in his eyes. Look at that look in his face. He just doesn't seem to be bothered. He just doesn't care. Everyone has high expectations for me. I'm broke. Part-time jobs are a pain in the ass. Guess I could give it a shot. It's kind of like Aqua. And look at everyone. Everyone is just like is blank to him. He don't give a fuck about them. As I went in with this mindset, ooh. In the manga, during the duel between Kizami and Monmi, Kizami felt like the stronger of the two. However, I don't feel that at all through his acting. Why did they cast such a lousy actor in a production that people have poured their heart and soul into? Okay. I gotta say this about Cowboy Bebop because I remember what I said at the beginning of this. Look, John Cho is not a bad actor. The actors, I don't know about the other actors in particular, but John Cho I know is not a bad actor, but what I've been seeing in Cowboy Bebop's live action, it is stiff, stiff, stiff as a goddamn board. Like I've seen robots more that are more fluid than that in their movement, and it was so lifeless. It was just so cheap. It was like this. It was like a shell of Cowboy Bebop, especially when you compared it to the actual anime's opening. And when you see the side by side here with Kizami and Melt, you see the same thing. It's like a shell of Kizami here with Melt. And something that I have to point out, it's not just live action that's doing this. Well, in terms of if you want to compare this, besides Cowboy Bebop, I've noticed this in anime adaptations. A good example of this is in the art for Blue Period. Blue Period's art, people have been showing me it. It looks so heavy, clunky, lifeless. It's so stiff, so lifeless. It's not like that beautiful fluid art that is in the Blue Period manga. I saw this in Kono Orotomare. I saw it in I've seen it in the Platinum End art and animation. It doesn't have that light ethereal feel. So like when I see this here, I can totally understand I can understand the writing. I can totally get it. I can relate because I've seen this firsthand. It's just horrible. Um, his acting is really amateurish. Do I really have to tone my own acting to match down my own acting to match his? Fuck no. Just disappear from my sight. You hardly put in any effort. You're just a shitty actor who lands roles purely by his looks. And the thing is that's interesting is you see the opposite with Sakia. Sakia has all this energy going on. You could feel it coming from the page. And then you look at Melt, and Melt in the next in the panel below it, you see how hollow he looks, how empty he looks, especially like in the face. This art is everything. My God. I know that. I know about my sheer incompetence. Ever since I witnessed that performance, I also know about that, hold on. Yeah, okay. I also know that others have, adjusted their acting for me, and that I have ruined the works of others. Do you enjoy going around with that look on your face? Was my acting really this shitty? I thought it was better than this. If only I had taken this more seriously, this production could have been way better. Oh, look at. I have to wonder though if any of the actors of live action adaptations feel the same way or not, or if I part of me wants to say the art and the animator. Oh my god, where is it? I feel like the animators feel this way about anime adaptations. I can't speak for the animators, but like based on what I've seen in Hitman by Seo Koji, that's the best. That's the closest that I can think of, because they did an arc on manga to anime adaptations. Um, I feel like it. I feel like the animators feel the same way. I do. It's not their fault. It isn't their fault that it's like this. Well, it's more the studio head's fault. I feel so bad. I do. You have to also wonder, and I think we've seen actors that have had movies come out and say this too about about their acting, that they wish that their acting, if they would have, taken it more seriously, that it could have been better, or that they know that they thought they were doing good and that they didn't realize how bad it was. I feel like that's the case for a good chunk of actors, but then there's some actors that are in complete denial. But then and it's not just in acting, it's in life as well. There's people that don't realize that they could have been better at something. They look back at, like I can tell you, I look back and I realize I could have done this and have been better. I wish I could do it and have things have been better. But shit happens for a reason, and we look back at our mistakes and we learn from it and grow from it and become better as people. And now that that Melt's looking at this, he's like, oh my god, I didn't realize I was just coasting, and I wish I would have taken this seriously, because I didn't know I was destroying other people's works like this. I was bastardizing other people's works, and I really regret this. And I wish I could take it back, because I really would have loved to make it better. But anyway, let's keep going. Hey, you! I didn't know you had so much stamina. My coach told me that actors need stamina first and foremost. That's why I've been running every day ever since Sweet Today wrapped up. Aww. Ooh. Even though he has been moving a lot, his breathing is still stable. It seems you have been taking rehearsals more seriously than I thought. But look at the audience's reactions. Don't you think that the Kazami guy, well, he's somewhat. The audience can see you are terrible. Mm-hmm. It isn't a problem, is it, wait. It isn't a problem, is it, to be seen as crap, huh? What kind of advice is that? Tell me something more constructive. If another show fails again because of me, I didn't mean to put you down. You have to just utilize your shittiness better. That's what I'm saying. Huh? There's no way I can. It's possible. The biggest scene you can show off your acting is your duel with Mommy. It's up to you to decide how you want to utilize the 1 month of rehearsals. Trying to improve every facet of yourself would barely make a difference. Instead, you should concentrate on improving a single aspect to give yourself a better fighting chance. When the audience looks down on you, they are also lowering their guard. Always remember this fundamental principle of entertainment. Say, for example, the bullied kid in your class. Ooh, or the plain-looking girl in class who doesn't stand out, or the otaku whom you think is a good for nothing. Ooh, or the actor whom you thought was absolute shit were to suddenly start doing something really awesome. Dude, this is some good advice. But man, this page. This is everything. This is everything. Now, I will say this. If Cowboy Bebop's live action can do something like this, I will live. I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. But if by some miracle, them motherfuckers can pull it off, I will absolutely live. It'd be lit. Yes! Okay, I gotta read the whole thing again, because this is boss. This is everything. This is fucking boss ass advice. And it isn't a problem, is it, to be seen as crap? Huh? What kind of advice is that? Tell me something more constructive. If another show fails again because of me, I didn't mean to put you down. You just have to utilize your shittiness better. That's what I'm saying. Huh? There's no way I can. It's possible. The biggest scene you can show off your acting is your duel with Monmi. It's up to you to decide how you want to utilize the 1 month of rehearsals. Trying to improve every facet of yourself would barely make a difference. Instead, you should concentrate on improving a single aspect to give yourself a better fighting chance. When the audience look down on you, they are also lowering their guard. Always remember this fundamental principle of entertainment. Say, for example, the bully kid in your class, because technically he is being bullied, so it's perfect. Or the plain looking girl in classes who doesn't stand out. Or the otaku who you think is a good for nothing. Or the actor whom you thought was absolute shit were to suddenly start doing something really awesome. It'd be lit! Yes! Yes, it's lit! Yes! Yes! This was fucking lit. Especially this fucking page where it says, or the actor whom you thought was absolute shit were suddenly start doing something really awesome. This fucking fire is amazing. Oh, and that look in his eyes. But the only thing that I think would have just made this better is, and I agree with this, when you look at it side by side, is if Melt would have had that smile on his face, that look in his eye, that would have just given it more energy. I think that's the only thing that I'm kind of let down, because something that is a huge problem in manga to anime adaptations, and I can't stand when it happens. And to an extent, you see it in live action, but it's mainly manga to anime adaptations. I've noticed it a lot. Is when it takes itself too seriously, and that it drains the comedy from it. A really good example of this that really comes to mind is Sailor Moon Crystal. Because what Sailor Moon Crystal did is that it took itself way too seriously. And because of that, it drained all the comedy from it. It literally eliminated all the comedy from the manga. And because of that, it just was too dark. It didn't have that light to it to like to counterbalance the darkness that was going on, the dark aspects that was going on in it. And that's because with every like really serious series, like with every seinen series, there's usually like a lighter aspect to like balance it out. Because if you have a series like that where it's just full of just dark and full of despair all the time, then it just becomes way too heavy. Like even in some of the most disturbing series that I have covered on here, or soon to be covering, in the case of one of them, there's some like light aspect to it. When I say that's the case with Jujika no Rokunin, that one is debatable. That, like, I would say that one is probably just a teeny bit debatable, but there's a reason for that one. But with Battle Angel Alita, there's light aspects to it. There's some lightheartedness that goes on in that manga. In that manga, all three parts are JoJo. There's some comedy. Rise of the Shield Hero. There's comedy. Tamagotchi Game, definitely. Darwin's Game, yes. What's another fucking fucked up series? Akame ga Kill. Jeez, what is another one? March Comes in Like a Lion, Made in Abyss, Kono Orotomare, Kingdom, Kengan Omega, Kimono Jihen, Kakiguri, let's see, what's the, Jogon, Hunter x Hunter, Hoseki no Kuni, I could, Goblin Slayer Side Story, Gleipnir. Like, there's a lot of these series. Yes, they are dark as fuck. They do get really dark as fuck, but they still have like these elements in there, that lighthearted elements that just like make it, that balance it out. And that's and UQ Holder's another one too. UQ Holder's definitely another one. Kimetsu no Yaiba, obviously. Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, you see what I mean? And obviously One Piece too, and One Punch Man. I mean, that's the thing. That's what really does it. So like, if Melt would have had like a little bit, like at least the smile, like yeah, the light may have not been in his eyes, but if he would have put like that smile, that just would have at least given him a little bit of life going on, then I think they would have at least believed it more in the audience. I honestly would have, because right now, what it looks like to me is that he was just taking himself way too seriously, which I understand that was what he was going for, but it drove me nuts, drove me nuts. Like, or shit, or the actor, if in this panel, or the actor whom you thought was absolute shit, if you would have just had like this, like just a little bit of a smile going on, or a little bit more light in the eye, to really give me that that aspect in the face, that I think will give me more energy in the face, that like that lightheartedness in the face. I think that would have taken this to the next level for me. um I'm really curious what you guys think in that aspect. I think that's my only problem that um I have with Melta's Kazami, is that it just didn't have, wasn't giving me enough in the face. Like, you could have had all this like with the face, and just had it like crescendo crescendo and build up into the, and like to like this fun aspect in the face, and then when it got lit. That's what I think it would have really fit with this more. Hopefully we'll see it next chapter. If we don't, we don't. But that's my only gripe. I'm really curious what you guys think about this. I really feel like the explanation, this really does explain a lot with Melt, like why he feels so hollow and feels like a shell. And I really do like the commonality that he does have with Aqua. It does explain a lot. Um, I really do like the effort that he is putting in, and I do like that what Aqua said, to like focus on like a small thing, not to just like do something like completely overnight. I think that was very brilliant, and it really sets itself apart. Continues to, that's what sets this manga apart from something like Act Age, and it really makes it more similar in some aspects to Skip Beat, because Skip Beat, it does, we get the same kind of thing going on with Kyoko and Skip Beat, and it really is nice to see that we get some elements in there. I would say this is like a darker, when I say this is a darker version of Skip Beat, yes, and I like that. I like that we have that this is a darker version of Skip Beat, because this is something that we need in this genre. I'm very curious what you guys think about this chapter. What do you guys think about what I said, that maybe have like, based on what we got, especially with the side by side for Kazami, that with the art, that it should have like built up, and then had like that smile that we saw with Kazami, and had like the light in his eyes, like just like seeing like fire in the eyes, and had that that like life going on. And to me, I think that would have just really taken it to the extra level, taken it to another level. Hell, even if you didn't have the smile and just had like fire coming off the eyes, oh, it would have been fast as fuck, at least to me. And what do you guys think of the timing of this, considering with what we got with Cowboy Bebop this recently, and and also like with a lot of the manga to anime adaptations that we've seen, where they're very clunky, where they're very heavy, where they're very stiff, where a lot of them feel like a shell of the source material. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Oshinoko content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network. That is in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.